Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Florida's offense will get first crack at it today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The short hands, it's Vaughn. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets into the 55.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive.
Overrated and expensive.
He can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Miranda. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Vaughn. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Split the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
It's complete to the right. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Right on the money. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it out with a touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Never. Yup.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position.
So you get a bad burger from there, I'd be like, yo, I might need to close this place down.
So Texas A&M's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had the...
Breaks into the open. Past the first down marker and still running. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
I really love this guy running the option. I'll tell you, for years and years and years at Texas A&M, when it came to running the ball, it was mostly turning around and handing it off to a running back. But I like this new look, getting the quarterback sprinkled into the running game as well. And doing it in the option game is something that I really think gives them a chance to have a different dimension in their offense. They're going to be so much more difficult to stop the more this guy carries the ball.
On the run, it's Morton. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. A&M comes back out with another first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll take it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. Intercepted deep in his own end. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. The give on the inside. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the intercepted. Oh, what a play. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Trying to take it back. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Big fullback's got it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. And it's incomplete. You're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Vaughn. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time.
Oh, my
guy is a
God.
little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Catch in the middle. It's Miranda. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Vaughn. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Gators are on the move. Here's the handoff. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the...
Turning it on! All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
And back to the air on second down.
Oh, my gosh.
That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires on the move. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Aggies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
To the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Vaughn. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Makes the grab on the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it out quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Okay. What's going on, player?
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a
Oh, damn, you still got to do that, huh?
Fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on third. He's got it.
Oh, my gosh. What is that, 4th and inches?
So close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Gators trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Whew, thank you.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner can find no daylight. He goes down. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Here's a heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Oh my gosh.
Survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
One.
They go to the ground.
Oh. Gosh, okay, 30. Oh, we talking about probably going to Applebee's this Friday at 12.
They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it
How that sound to you, player?
Just short of the first down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Punt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Vaughn. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The 12 men more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Miranda. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down.
Oh, my gosh.
There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there.
Just missed it. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Miranda. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Gives it on the option. There he goes.
Oh, my God.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Single back formation, and they give it to him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
all you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to ride this running back.
Oh,
and he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down.
Facts.
The give to the back. Got the first down. Looking for
Never
more.
in question.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Miranda. Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive.
Man, well, we all knew he was
to
going to retire, so
they're down.
I ain't.
They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It's complete to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And really good job by the defense understanding third down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to short.
I say it all the time, man. Them some
nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator.
That man, Brock Lesnar, a specimen, man. That's genetic free.
And they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have...
Breaks into the open. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy
I'm
who's
telling
because you got
you,
so
sure.
many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Working well
So
behind
them
the
dudes
sticks
eat
on
like
second
animals,
down.
though. Like, shoot, what we may eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's considered a snack to them.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Aggies moving quickly to the line.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, low in the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. catch in the middle. It's
Dope.
He's really close to that first down.
Man,
but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to get it through the air. Dances away. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Pocket breaking down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. Fourth down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big fourth down.
They're not even eating for pleasure at that point.
Knocks him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football.
You know how we
eat
stuff for the taste of it. They eat like, nah, this is what I need to do.
Safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
You talking about Ronnie Coleman?
Moved it to the 41. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here.
Bruh, how they eat is crazy. Yep.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll run the ball, but the clock is on their side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough.
Yeah, he don't let them get no water break either.
Defensive linemen to try to move them out of the way to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Uh-huh.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The RPO.
Yeah.
Complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
He likes you think I got the chance to take a break when I'm trying to go up in the fire and try to save somebody?
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They make the stop.
I'm telling you, shoot. Everybody, oh yeah, we hitting up Diamonds, man. We need you. Nah, man, I'm not going. Shoot. Like, yeah, I'll edit the footage, but.
Down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Gators want to move quickly. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got it still on his feet. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. After this, it'll be a wrap. These corners backing off a bit. To the air on first down. He's going to run it. Got a first down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.